In a world where you can be anything, I always say choose to be kind, because sometimes you really don't know what people are going through. If you are in a position to make somebody's day, please do. Sometimes people are dealing with a lot and they might not be able to tell it to you on your faces, because we live in a very judgmental world. We live in a very judgmental society. And there's this thing about being a baddie, but if you want to be a baddie, then be a kind baddie. Being kind is sexy, being kind is cool, being mean isn't sexy, or it's not cool at all. Be kind always. Make somebody's day if you're in a position to. Don't be mean. Don't. It's not cool. It's not sexy. Anyway, I'm going to share with you what really happened to me, and this is my story. This is my life. I'm not one of those people who would always want to come on camera to share my challenges and struggles, because I know I'm powerful and I'm stronger than my challenges and everything that I face. But I had just come from filming my last episode, and the moment I just arrived at the train station in Lillestrøm, I came out of the train. I took 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, and I had this camera with my equipment. I always have it. It's the most important bag that I own. So when I was, swinging it to put it on my back, my right hand or the shoulder just dislocated and came out of position, and I could see a dent. It's one thing that really was very difficult for me to deal with, because the pain is so much. So if you know about biology, we have on the shoulder, we have a ball and socket. So like there's a ball and then there's a socket. So the ball is in the socket. You also know that that's the same bone structure that we have in our hips. It's basically a ball and a socket. So what had happened to me at this time is like the ball had glided out or slid out of the socket, and I'm telling you, this is the most painful thing. I don't know, there's so much pain in this world. There's so many ways people experience pain, but this is one of the most painful things that I've experienced in my life. And this was not the first time I was experiencing it in life. The first time I ever experienced this pain, I was in high school. I was playing lawn tennis. So when you have the racket and you're smashing the ball, sometimes when the ball is past you or something, like tennis, so you're hitting the ball back, and and then as you're moving your hand back, the bone structure here, the ball and the socket, it goes, the bone here disconnects, gets out of the socket. And then it's also extremely painful, because when you are hitting the ball back, it's like the ball and socket, like the ball just glided out and then you immediately hitting it back. Really extremely painful. It gets into position, but after that you can't really function anymore. So that was the first time I ever experienced this. The second time I was playing badminton, and it really happened, and it was also extremely... Sorry, I'm looking at a taxi that just stopped outside. I thought my friend is here, but yeah. So the second time this happened, that was when I was playing badminton, and like also when you smashing the badminton racket to your opponent, and it's just like sudden a sudden pain and you fall into the ground. And then the third time I was playing volleyball. So back to the story. So when I was getting out of the train station, my shoulder disconnected. It was really painful, but I want to say thank you to the lady. She asked me, like the lady was checking the ticket, she asked me, hey, are you okay? Should I call? Do you need some help? Yeah, I told her I needed help. So she called someone who was already at this train station at Lillestrøm, and she called a man. So the man came, he ran towards me, and when he came, I was already on the ground. I was in so much extreme pain, and he went on his knees, like he was talking to me while he was on his knees. It was really, really, really so humbling. I don't know if you are the man and you get to watch this. I'm really, truly grateful, because this man basically went on his knees trying to talk to me, trying to ensure that I'm fine. He asked me if I needed help. I was in so much pain. I wasn't even thinking. I said, I don't know. And I really I just opened my shoulder and showed him what was happening. And he could see like my shoulder had dislocated. And he was like, okay. He just called the paramedics. I was in so much pain. I wasn't even thinking. Like, it's extreme. I don't know if any of you who's watching this have really gone through it, but I just told him, I don't know, like crazy. Funny enough, I didn't even know if I wanted paramedics or not, but he took it upon himself and he called the paramedics. I think the only thing that I asked him was to take one of my bags that had my hoodie in it and put it on my knee, because I couldn't move the rest of my body. So he was really nice. He was kind. He put it on my knee, because the train station is like tarmac. So he put it on my knee. I sat there and he kept on talking to me. He was talking to me. I can't even remember everything that he was talking to me. I don't know. He was asking me multiple questions, because I think he was also on call with the paramedics. And when and then eventually the paramedics got there and they asked me if I could get into the stretcher. Unfortunately, I couldn't, because any slight movement of my body would have meant like more pain on this right shoulder, this one. So I told them I couldn't move any of my body. Anyway, at this point when the paramedics got here, the right hand was still in pain, and because I couldn't move, they decided to offer me first aid on the ground, which I really appreciate it, because I wouldn't have taken it any other way. I didn't have like any movement from my body would have meant extreme pain. Remember, there's a dislocation of a shoulder. So they offered me first aid through this hand that could move, because the right hand couldn't move at all. So they put some morphine in me. They told me it's a very strong painkiller. I can't remember, but one of the questions they kept asking me is if I've ever taken any strong painkillers in my life, and I can't remember ever taking any. So they injected morphine on me. I don't even know, but the mark is somewhere in one of these veins, because they injected some morphine and injected some drugs on me, which really helped me feel better. And I just want to say a big thank you to the paramedics who showed up, because unlike most of the countries or whites to be in Kenya, you have to kind of make a payment before people like really help you. These people came to me and they made me feel like the most important, and the first thing that was important was my healthcare and my life, and me being alive and being in less pain. I'm really truly grateful to Norway, Oslo, for this, because I don't know if I would have experienced this if I was in other parts of the world. I'm truly grateful for that. Norway, thank you so much. Oslo, thank you so much for your fast response to my pain, despite the fact that I'm not a resident, I'm not a citizen, I'm just a tourist. Yeah, I know I pay for it, but I mean, the most important thing at the end of the day is just, people are taking care of your healthcare. Anyway, they sorted it out after they'd given me the injection and first aid at the train tracks. They took me to hospital where for further examination, and the staff at the hospital were very friendly. They were kind. They were really nice. They really cared about what I felt. About every 2 minutes, someone kept coming into my room asking me if I am fine. They took me to a private room. Like, I'm really truly grateful. That was I felt so cared for. I felt like, in as much as I was in so much extreme pain, I really felt so cared for. And I'm truly grateful to Norway, Oslo. Thank you so much for taking care of a stranger, a foreigner, a tourist in such a beautiful manner. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you learned something new, and like I always say, remember to always be kind, because sometimes you really don't know what people are going through, and I hope you can be able to spread kindness and happiness and make someone's day today. Please make sure you hit the like button, share and subscribe. At the moment, I'm really feeling better off. This is something that wasn't very common. The first time I experienced it, I was in school playing tennis, then volleyball, then badminton, and then I thought it was all gone until I experienced it again in Europe. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, and no matter the challenges that you face in this life, always try your best and keep a positive outlook. See you on the next episode, and until then, bye bye. I love you all, and please help me say thank you to Norway for taking care of my pain. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much, Norway. Thank you so much, Oslo. I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart.